Hello YouTube and welcome back to episode 9 of the Rise of Icelandic Football here with HK. My name is Damien and what an episode we got for you today. On stream on Twitch yesterday we streamed for 5.5 hours. That is correct, 5.5 hours. We went from the end of pre-season, the end of the Austria-Wien game, all the way through the pre-season games, and today we're going to bring you league action for round 1. If you can see in the results down there, a lot of good results, as you can see, BDFH and that, but we'll get into that in a second because there's probably a few other things that you see on the screen, is it here? First thing is continental competition. It doesn't show up until the draws get done, so don't worry about that. We're still in the Champions League qualifying rounds. That will come in later in the year. But there's a few names. Leo Pauli? Who's Leo Pauli, Damien? I'll tell you what, we made some transfers and a lot of them. When the money came out, I said I wasn't going to spend it all, but as you can see, we're over our payroll and we've got some budget remaining. There's a few people going out as well. We go to the transfer screen, we'll look firstly at the outs, and it's just loans. Palmy, who's been here in our second choice striker last year, is now gone to about our 4th choice striker. And in that case, we got him out on, I think, Kunga. He's actually scored a goal for him in the Cup as well. If we go to Cup games, it's only Cup games that have been played so far competitively. But there we go. Yajari Johannessen's come out, which might be a bit of a shock to a few people because I really didn't mind this guy as a backup centre attacking mid. That is because we brought one in. And Alti Jonassen, our captain, is now out. Var Jonassen, I said I've been trying to sell him. I have people interested in him to buy him, but no one ever wanted to. This club here in Lel Kinner gave me, I think it's like 2k a month for the year to get him on loan, which I think is just good business to get him out there, get his wages off the books, not a problem. And then we'll go into the transfers. Now I could go from free, or I could go from up the top about what spent most, because to be quite honest, it doesn't matter because they're all quality for us. I'm actually going to do it this way. We'll work our way down. Callum Edler came in on stream as there, of course, all the arrows down as I get him in. As an Australian, as backup for top hook, and as we know with foreign players who want foreign for foreign can come in and out, and you only have 3 on the field at one time. As it so happened, I didn't even realise, he had other nationalities of Irish and Scottish, which means that he is treated as a non-foreign player, which means that our foreign count doesn't count him in, which is beautiful for us. Frees up another spot. Victor is going to be quite unlucky. I got him in, and over Brunt he's not good enough yet, but the potential's there for him to definitely be a very good player at this level, with good passing, a very good player for a deep line playmaker on support. The long shots of 10 aren't too bad, and that obviously grow as well, but I love the physicals. He was going to start for me for the year until I found another little centre mid that plays in this position, and that is absolutely amazing, and he's also on a free. If we go down to Oriella, I'll leave Leo for next. As it flows in nicely. Oriel is the other centre mid, and oh my. Free agent El Salvador, he was 18 when he came in, so he's just had his birthday, I'm pretty sure. Just have a look at the stats, just wow. Determination's not too bad, off the ball vision, his passing needs to improve, good technique, good first touches, long shots of 8, he seems to like to take a long shot, hasn't scored a goal yet for us, but look at the mentals are out of this world, good vision, good teamwork, decent work rate, good physicals. His jumping reach may hurt him a little bit, but the potential on this guy is absolutely unreal. And we got him in, yes, on a free contract. He left his El Salvadorian club. I tried to approach him earlier on in the stream yesterday and he wouldn't come to me, and then with about a month left on his contract, we said, you want to come? Key player, very cheap contract as well. Unfortunately, the minimum release fee is there, and we need to make sure we get that out at some point. Obviously, doesn't want to talk about a new contract just yet, as he just signed one, but we will get there. If we keep going through the frees, Joaquin Magnussen, 24k 3rd choice striker now, would be ahead of Palmy only because of the potential. And look, only reason we paid 24k, so we go to our notes, is that Premier League clubs wanted him. Everton and Southampton were very interested. They were lining up bids, and I said, you know what? If they want him, usually the game thinks he's got potential. So we're just going to go and spend the 24k, get him in, and then hopefully send him on to a Premier League club later down the track for some profit. Yo Queens actually had a very good start to his career here. If you can see in the cover, he's played 4 games, 2 goals, with 4 games, 2 off the bench, 3 goals, and 2 of them being penalties. In the stream, everyone was saying he had 20 penalties. He doesn't. He only has 8 penalties, but he's quite a good player. We actually go to his report as well. Can be trained. He's a consistent performer, which I do like, and he can be trained to be a to be a right winger. I'm actually training him at the moment to be a left winger. just so that we can have a little bit extra depth there on the left. As a right footer coming inside, as an inside forward. I think he can play that inside forward role very well. I'm actually training him to play on the left, that's the thing. As an inside forward, he can play that role very well because he can come inside with some very good technicals in the key areas of crossing, dribbling, finishing, and first touch. His physicals let him down, but if he can train into that left wing role, he may be very good for us in terms of a backup player that can sit on the bench and come on and play multiple positions. At 20, he's can adapt to a few different positions, hopefully. Leo Pauli on a free. Now, another Rodrigo Moreno, who's someone else I'm going to show you that we paid money for, was going to be our first choice striker. But this guy is unbelievable. Now, take a guess. Can I give you a second to take a guess how much we paid for him? Nothing. And he didn't even play games in the first division for Brazil. We'll admit, that's at SPO. Thing is, though, he went out to lower divisions in Brazil and didn't play a game as well. Absolutely crazy. We go back to his stats. Just have a look. Finishing, first touch is great, good composure, good physicals, great speed. The thing is, though, is that, you know, the headering's there, even though the jumping reach isn't. Decent at corners, great dribbling, great passing, great technique. Actually playing him as an advanced forward because it just brings in a bit more of his game. Actually training him to be a complete forward, and I think he can play that role if he grows in a few certain areas. And at 25, there might be a little bit of growth there. Our coach reckons he's just a star player for the division, and yes, he is. And if we go to his career so far at HK, in the Cup, 8 games, 13 goals, 2 of them being penalties with 3 assists. He is absolutely amazing. He'll be starting for us up front today, which means that we get into Stefan Niskan, who's a centre-back, backup centre-back. I only got him in on a free, and then apart from the free, to bring him in right now instead of waiting to the halfway through the year, I paid 35k. He came from this German team here. I can't pronounce that. They're in the second division. Played only a little bit, hovered around the German regional and first division. But as we've seen, players that come in from the German third division are quite good. A ball-playing defender, something that I love. Can definitely play as the ball-playing defender and got the passing ability for it and the decent vision and is, you know, at the moment treated as a backup player. If you can see in the Cup, he had a very good time of it, 7.52. Very good player to bring in. Next one was Rodrigo Moreno. This guy was going to be our starting striker because I reckon he can grow into an absolute freak and we can sell him up for a heap of profit, like 3 mil, 4 mil, 5 mil. Look, we paid very measly 175k straight up, no clauses, no nothing. That's all the Colombian side wanted. I said, okay, not a problem, that's fine by me, which means they get not much of the deal left. If we go back to his stats, though, look at that. Finishing, first touch, dribbling as an advanced forward. Need to work on his passing. Off the ball is good. Good determination. Very good physicals for the league as well. Would like a little bit more pace on him. But look, he's very decent at what he does, which is good. A lot of 9s in the key technical areas where they need improvement. But that means we've only by improving by 2, he's into 11s, and it looks 10 times better. And I reckon he'd be quite good. Now into the pointy end of how much we spent. As you can see, there's a little bit of money. These next 2 are going to be our main centre-back partnership. First one's first is Jimmy. Welcome, Ginny, the Irishman. He was playing for Dundalk in the Premier Division. I went and scouted the whole of Ireland and came up, and I said, yeah, you're not a bad centre-back to get in. Can't play ball-playing defender yet. I think I am training it. If I'm not, I am. There we go. Good. It's alright to leave it on the screen anyway, but you can see the headering, marking, decent tackling, great determination, and great physicals for him. If we go to the history, he's played quite well in the Cup as well at a 7.4. He's going to be a very good player for us. Next one's Philippe. Philippe actually playing just straight out as a ball-playing defender with a 10 passing and a 9 vision. It does hurt a little bit, and he has made a couple mistakes in the Cup competitions with his passing, but it's definitely something that he can definitely train and play. He's 23, so there's a little bit of growth left in him. Star player. And if we look at that, 250k from the Slovenian side, the Croatian. As you can see, also playing well in the league, but a couple of mistakes means he's only got a 7.1. But he'll also be our other starting centre-back. And they'll swap in and out with Nishkim as well. As you can see, look at the mentals for a ball-playing defender. Absolutely amazing. Marking, headering, and tackling. He's got the lot, doesn't he? At 6'1" as well. And last but not least, Silvio Ragnoli. I said on stream, I'm not looking for a camp unless they are quality. How we got this guy for 400k up front with a mil over clauses is ridiculous. Now that mil over clauses is if he plays 20 games for Italy, we'll pay you something. I think it's like 300k. If we actually go to clauses here for Silvio, right? after 50 league appearances. You've got to remember, he only played 22 leagues in 22 games in the league. So if he stays here, he has to be here for 3 years before he does that. 20 international appearances for Italy, unless he stays here for 7 years and Italy doesn't pick him. And he hasn't got no youth caps for him either. And you'll see when he starts, it's quite absurd. There we are. Unfortunately, we'll make 45% of the profit, and we're going to make a heap of profit on him. There's his stats as a shadow striker at 6'2". Wish that headering was into the 11s as well, because of the jumping reach. He's won so many headers at the moment, and he's put a few into the back of the net. But have a look at that. 14 dribbling, 14 finishing. Look at the mentals, 18 determination. Look at the physicals. He is an absolute monster. Just mentally and physically already there. At 20, he's going to improve those technicals as well. He's got very good technicals in areas, and in other areas he probably needs some improvement, like his passing and his technique, but it doesn't matter too much. We go to his history in the cup: 8 games, 1 off the bench, 5 goals at shadow striker with 2 assists at 7.5. He'll be starting for us as well. There's been a few other things that we need to talk about before we get into the game as well, apart from transfers. Financially, we're obviously losing a heap of money. It's steady down decrease. If we actually look at expenditure, there should be a massive spend on ground maintenance. 12.6 mil. I guess you know where we're going with this. I don't know if we can actually get to the agent injuries. I don't know if we can actually get all the way down to the 13th of December. I'm hoping we can. Doesn't look like it's going to let me. On the 13th of December, there was an item that came up. No, doesn't look like it's going to let us. I don't like that you can't go all the way down. I did create a note of it, but I don't know where those notes go. I've never created a note for an inbox item. Anyhow, you're just going to have to believe me. We're building a new stadium. Actually, if we go to club and go to facilities, it should tell you that we're moving into this new stadium here. It's going to be called the HK Stadium. 9,400 facility, costing us 12.6 mil, like I said, in expenditure. We got a grant from the council to pay all 12.6 million. That is absolutely sensational for a little club like HK. We also got to go into my contract and go here to my profile. We've been extended to 2022. If we also remember in the confidence of the board, if we go to club philosophies, it's also said to sign high profile players. With the lack of money we had, it was very hard to do, and it was down to about 60%, and our safety, so to say, was at about 60% and declining because of that, and because obviously last season we lost in the 3rd round of the cup and the board wasn't happy with that. Getting rid of that, we're back up to 89. The board was happy to get rid of it as well. They kind of agreed that it was pointless, and there we go. Just going back to my inbox, and I'm going to delete that one there. In terms of that, I think that's everything that we covered from on stream. I am going to say you should, if you don't follow me on Twitch, a lot of HK content goes out. I try to stream as much as possible. I've now even got a semi-schedule out there. The schedule is very flexible. It does change a lot, but the link to my Twitch will be in the description below. Please go check it out. It is a good fun. We're getting some followers and some views regularly now, which is also quite fun. So the chat's starting to get a little bit interactive as well. We're having a good chat with a few people yesterday from all around the world. Always fun. We get into today's game. That is the team. That is the new look team with Edler, Nishkin, Victor, Joachim, Brandt, Yolti, our captain, who is now, compared to everyone else, is not at the level and declining a little bit as well. Rodrigo Moreno, looking to get rid of Stefan. He's actually had a bid and then was rejected. Charlton came in and were like, yeah, we'll give you 50k. I was like, not a problem, and he rejected it. Stephen Martin is still at the club, and he would be our 5th choice centre-back or our 4th choice centre-back, something like that. Only playing when we need to. A few of these other lads, I'm going to just get these guys out into the under-19s quickly, just so we don't, make the screen too big. Big Barlow still, obviously, our backup keeper, played a few games. Was growing when I last checked. Still quite a solid keeper and a solid backup. Arneson's obviously growing as well. His commanders of areas finally up into 11s. And many people ask about Isberg. He's still here. Don't worry about the star potentials in that. 4-star now means you're a star player. 5-star now means you're world class. Will he ever get to world class as an Icelandic player? Maybe not, but you never know. There's still plenty of room for him to grow as well. As you can see, we've got 3 foreign players now, so only a foreign. Rodrigo Moreno had to come on. He had to come on for a foreign player, or I have to bring Adair on for top hook and then bring Moreno on. Moreno's actually can play on the right as well, which is very handy. So if we can train Joachim to play on the left, sensational. Let's get into today's game though. That is for sure. As with the teams will warm up, First game against Vla. Judging by how pre-season went, we should be okay. We probably should check that out actually quickly. If we go there and we go back to home and we go to fixtures, pre-season obviously friendlies. In the League Cup, we are absolutely romped everybody until the final. This was a crazy game. This was on stream and everyone couldn't believe it. If we look at the stats, absolutely dominated. At the time they scored, it was 1-1, and those shots all came in extra time when the legs started to get tired. I don't know how we didn't score. We lost on penalties. It was quite upsetting. And then a similar story happened in the Community Shield Cup. We were 3-1 down at one stage, I'm pretty sure. 2-1, 1-1. Yeah, sorry, we went 1-0 up, 1-1, 2-1 down, 3-1 down, there we go, 3-2, 3-3, was a good goal too in the 89th minute. Eventually won on penalties. In saying that, Neves missed the first penalty and we all thought, here we go again. The chat was loving it. We did get the win there. It doesn't bother me too much if we win those cups. The board doesn't really care either. It's just more about breeding a winning culture here at HK and getting the new boys all happy for the season ahead. I'm going to tell them that we're favourites for a reason and go out there and put a performance. I have faith in you boys. Make the difference. They seem to love that. There we go. I want to see a good performance from Oriella as well. And there we are. Get them into the tunnel. My team picks itself. Don't worry about it. I never thought it's helpful to speculate before a match. I don't really care about those pre-match conferences in the league for the Champions League, and so we'll definitely do them. As Guerrero out right back, we'll look for a right back is still here. We'll probably just read out of money to find a proper right back, as this Berg's cross goes straight to Ibrahim, and that should be end of the highlight. We have scored quite a few early goals in pre-season as well, so I will start commentating them now. I rubbished a few off on Twitch, and they ended up going in. Keeping the ball quite well. This is what I want to see. I actually started training us on our defensive positions just so we don't concede as many as well. As we know, Vlad gave us some trouble last season, so I'm hoping they won't. As the ball through the stuff is over the bar from, I think that's Statre. Can't really tell by his name there. It went away too quickly. Still dominating the game. Fortunately, the first highlight went to them. But from corners now, we've got some of the centre-backs that can definitely head a ball. That one's headed away, though. Can Ragnoli get there? He can't, but he might just recycle possession here. Our Silvio Ragnoli, our Italian master. Guerra's ball to top hook. I'm expecting us to keep it quite well now with the players we've got out there. We probably need to upgrade Trumner at some point, but he is a little bit of a legend. As Neves finds Trumner, we've got numbers in the box. The ball low to Leo Pauli, our star man. Scores on his league debut. It's a great cross by Trumner. See, if he keeps performing like that, there's no point getting rid of him. Or replace him. He's on a backup contract though, because he knows that his time at the club is probably, as a first team, is winding down, and he knows that there's quality coming in. Leo Poli, what a finish. He's going to be such a good player for us. Highlight after the goal, and we saw this a lot last season, conceding from kickoff. Can we go win the ball and make it our highlight? Instead, it looks like Vlad bringing the ball through nicely. It's a great ball there, this Siggy Lurison, and in the end it's a shot that's well wide. I think he should have crossed that one. We would all agree with that. 22 minutes in and looking good. Gonna take a sip of my coffee. And a corner. Isberg, good ball deep. There, Halloran, he was pushing the back surely. Yes, he was, referee. He rose high. He thought he was going to header it and got shoved under the ball. Leo Poli's decent penalty taker for us. Has scored the 2 penalties he did in the cup. Can he score here today though? Keeper goes the right way. It's hit the post, hit the keeper and gone out. And we do continue our run of missing penalties in the league. Leo Poli's match rating is not going to like that at all. Down to 6.7. I don't care about his match rating as long as he bangs in the goals. Could have been up 2-0 there. Unfortunately, we're not. And maybe a chance here for Vlad to hit us on the break. With Juric, who gave us some trouble last year. It's a decent little player. Juric's ball inside there. Himerson's ball to see. Oh, it's a great ball back post. And that is a goal there. 1-1. Larson scores. No, he doesn't. It's offside. I didn't think it was offside live. But there we go. Still 1-0. Love that. There we go, boys. Get a little bit lucky. Is that maybe the impetus for us to maybe make sure we go and control this game? We are playing on control as always. It just seems like VAR winning all the second balls, but Neves, there we go, intercepting nicely. Play Isberg, he's got the speed, Leo. He does play Isberg. Isberg, take him down the line. Go Isberg. Silvio's quite good in the air. Find Silvio. Silvio in the air. It's a great header from Silvio Ragnoli. It's a great header across the keeper. He only has 7 headering, but when you have 16 jumping reach at 6'1", the headering doesn't matter because you've got to win a lot of headers. And if you win a lot of headers, odds are you're going to score one eventually. And he seems to score more than not. Isberg, though, with the pace, obviously getting down to his 18 pace, 17 acceleration. There's a great cross. And look at the leap from Ragnoli. It's sensational. He was cheap. for 400k and then clauses. It was super cheap. We're going to sell him on for a massive amount of profit. Or he's going to stay here forever, which I'll quite like as well. Juric ball inside, but Oriella picks that one up. Oriella's got some good passing, but that's not one of his best passes. Top hook does win that one, but if we're giving it back again and just giving the ball away in the middle of the park way too easily for where I like him. I like when we dominate it. Bit of a ding-dong battle here in the middle of the park, and in the end, Juric runs. It's a great challenge, and Guerrero will retain possession back to Arneson. And can we build from the back? Philippe's ball inside to Hanlon. Hanlon finds Oriella. Oriella, pick a pass on. Finds Neves, even back to him, Oriella. He's got some decent passing. He's got good vision. Just need that 12 passing to get up. We will train it once his strength gets up. He's only on 10. Leo Poli, though, runs inside the Ragnoli. Ragnoli finds Isberg. Isberg, can he cut the ball across? He can to Leo Poli. It's a great goal as the front three combine. It was sensational. Look at the little pass from Ragnoli. Even with the 10 passing, he still picks out quite a good pass. Just this is what I like about Leo Poli. He's technically such a good player that he can dribble and play these passes where in previous times our strikers don't have those technicals. It's a great ball from Isberg, and Leo Poli doesn't just stop after he scores, after he plays the pass to Ragnoli. He follows up, makes a good run. It's across to Leo Poli, falls down, nothing wrong with that. It was a good challenge. Oriella hits it and wide. As I said, he likes a long shot, but 8 long shots, I haven't seen him score one. I don't mind though, and it's very good from us. It was a good end to the first half here. It's a good end to the second period of the first half, so to say. The last 10 minutes have been good. But as I say that, are they going to go score now and make me eat my words? I would love to get in at 3-0. Can see Gusen put in a good ball. Back post, it's headed away. Can we get out to Larson, stop the cross? It's a good cross. Falls back post, and Larson pushes it into the back of the net. That one there is definitely going to count as onside. I reckon Jon, by his standards, should have done better. But there we go, 3-1. Of course, I just say it's been a good end to the first half for us, and we do concede. Headed away. Larson there, puts a nice ball back post. Maybe, who is that? Top hook? Yeah, not the best in the air at 6'1" anyhow. He probably should deal with it anyway. Goes down as a defensive mistake. For Jon, it doesn't, which is strange. See, that's the thing about Football Manager. Keepers do that, and they don't get punished in the match rating, yet they could go save 2 penalties and pull off like 5-1 on one save, and they stay on like a 6.8. It's really strange. I'm happy with that. I'm still, because there's a lot of new boys, it's us trying to make sure that we can get the boys all happy and gelling together. So in terms of telling complacent and stuff like that, I'm being a little bit cotton ballish, if you would say, with the team talks, just making sure that the morale is high. As you can see, they're all motivated. Oriella not having the best of the game. Coming from El Salvador, it's going to take some time to get used to the league. It does happen on Football Manager, especially in the Premier League. You get foreign players in, they take their time, but once they adapt, they are sensational. That ball over the top, can we deal with it? Of course we can. There's Philippe there to Juric. Juric's ball there finds Oriella. Oriella with a great little pass to Trumler. Trumler, can he lay that one back post? Isberg's coming back post. He is there, Isberg, and it is 4-1. It's sensational, and that's why Oriella's come in to play that ball from deep. Sensational ball it was too. Trumler's done a beautiful job there. He's still quite good at getting in a very good cross. We'll watch the pass from Oriella again, and it's sensational stuff as we move 4-1 up. Look at that. Defence splitting through ball. Trumler gets there. A call for Isberg at the back post. Isberg doesn't miss stand. There we go. And we do 4-1 up 50 minutes in. Can we not concede now and just maybe score a fifth? As Ragnoli steps in, wins that one. Who wins that one too? And they both go down injured after that. Hopefully nothing too serious. There's Neves on the run. There's still Neves. Finds Guerra. Guerra plays Isberg. Isberg across the keeper's side instead straight at him. Both players are down. Absolute shit it was. Both players are down. Hoping that it's not too bad. It looks like just a knock from Ragnoli. Considering a 4-1 up, we are going to bring him off. In terms of that, we're actually going to bring Moreno on. Of course, can't do it because of the EU players. What we might do instead then is, I do want to bring Moreno on. Going to bring Callum Adair on for his actual debut, and then bring Rodrigo Moreno on from Ragnoli. No point risking him in a game where we're 4-1 up. Moreno can play at centre attack a bit, and it's all about just getting him match time now. I'm just making sure that he's stays fit and grows. He's only 18, and there's no. If we bring Leo in and then stunt his growth, it means that the transfer of Rodrigo was pointless. But I don't think it was. But at this stage, we're also going to bring Naquim in as an inside forward on attack, as we're training him to play that role. And the quicker he learns how to play there on the left, the better it is for us. 76 minutes in, 77. See if he can get and learn that role and learn to play as the inside forward. As Hanlon there gets the ball, plays that long, and that's to nobody. It's just a hoofed ball, which I don't like from our centre-back. As Juric ball out there. Can Topak go close that one down? He can, but it's still a good ball. And Juric is there front post, and Arneson again hasn't dealt with it. 4-2 to Vla, 4-2 to Vla, 4-2 to us. Vla scored their second. Hopefully we don't concede one at any point in the near future, because then it will start becoming squeaky bum time. As you can see, dominated the game as they get another highlight in the 85th minute, hoping that we win this one here. It looks like they're going to build it up, but look, it's an error pass from Rodrigo Moreno, who's got some decent passing, I think, by memory. And in the end, it falls back to us. Quite lucky. Moreno keeps it to Oriella. It'll be the first time Oriella's played 90 minutes as well. He took him off every time in the league. Can Philippe just get rid of it? In the end, he does go back to the keeper, which is smart. I just hate when they lose balls like that and we run backwards. As Arneson's finds Hanneland's ball down in the middle of the park for Oriella. Oriella finds Neves. Go back inside. Finds Philippe. We're keeping it nicely here. Hanneland, his ball long is to nobody again from Hanneland. Need to teach Jimmy the art of bala and passing the ball around. In the end, it might mean Vlaar might hit us on the break now as Pedersen brings it forward. The ball onto the left is Juric, who switch wings now. Hemerson's ball, and they're bringing it forward nicely. Good interception by Moreno, but it falls back to him. Pedersen with a chance to win it, to get the 4-3. There we go. The game's getting quite interesting. We're now going to go and absolutely make sure we get there. Get them on highly structured, contain. I don't know how this has happened, to be quite honest. Waste time, get stuck in, be more disciplined, retain possession, working into the box, because I like when you guys do that. We're actually going to move Magnussen into preferred position here now, and we're actually going to move Moreno up front as well. Just going to, if we get the ball up there, the three can keep it up there, playing up top together. We're then going to drop Oriella back one line and play him as a deep line playmaker on defend. Edler's going to come in and play as a defensive fullback, and Guerrero's going to go back and play as a defensive fullback as well. Isberg's actually going to drop back one line, and that's how we're going to line up, that is for sure. Just going to look to defend this now, and hoping we can. 85 minutes in, 4-3. A game we've dominated, and if we throw this one away, I am going to be absolutely livid. It's a highlight. I didn't want to see a highlight. I doubt we're going to create something here. But the ball falls to Magnussen, Edler, Neves inside the Leo Poli. Finish it to Poli. Doesn't, puts it over the bar. Hoping that's the end of the game. Just get there. 6 minutes of added time. What do you mean, ref? There hasn't been nothing. There was an injury, but he came off straight away. But the highlight, it runs to 96. Just blow your whistle, referee. Neves wins that one. Just blow your whistle. Let it be game over. Keep it, boys. Just keep it. I don't know how this game's become squeaky bum time. The ball long, and that is it. 4-3 winners. I don't know how Vlaar scored 3. Jon's got a 7.0. Jon didn't have the best day in goals. As you can tell, there's definitely quality in the side. We definitely dominate games. We're still conceding goals at the back. Wait for the partnership, hopefully, to grow between these two and Nishkim on the bench. I'm going to tell him well done. It was a good win. I really wanted to tell him it was a real Hyde and Jekyll performance. Good in the first half, poor in the second. Leo Poli, it's important he gets his first goal. It's an absolute epic. He was simply faultless today. I don't know him, but I respect him. I don't care about the golden ball. And there we go. Did I actually storm out there, or did I just no comment? There we go. IBV, Ajar played well, 6.2, and Siggy Fussen gets a hat-trick in, and that's what we want. Hopefully he starts growing a little bit. They don't have the best of facilities, Finkunga, but I'm hoping that he gets there. Current ability changes. Has gone from being to now a Premier Division quality player. That's good to hear as well. We're going to end the episode there, guys. In terms of coming back for the next episode, we quickly go to fixtures. I'm going to play a little bit off stream before I go to work. I'm also going to look to see if we can get games on stream. If we play quick enough and before work we get to the FH game, we might as well also stream that one. Put that one there on YouTube as well. But guys, thank you for watching episode 9 here of the HK series. Next episode, double digits. Who would have thought? Please like, sub, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, please, if you haven't already, check out my Twitch in the link down below in the description. Stream quite a lot. As yesterday I said, stream for 5.5 hours of pure HK goodness. If you want to interact as well with the save, Twitch is the best place for it. So please check out the Twitch. This is Damien signing off. Thank you for watching the episode, and hopefully you enjoyed another episode of the HK series. Enjoy the rest of your day or night wherever you are, and goodbye.